This particular class I want to discuss a few questions based on very basic level based on standard equation of ellipse and hyperbola. So I hope so everyone know x square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1 when a greater than b. The condition we have b square is equal to a square into 1 minus e square, and the coordinates of the focus plus or minus ae comma 0. Equations of directresses x is equal to plus or minus a by e. Length of the lattice rectum is equal to 2b square by a, and you will get sp plus s dash p. Sum of the focal distances you will get 2a, and a dash we are calling it as a major axis, and the length of the major axis is equals to 2a, and b dash we are calling it as a minor axis, and the length of the minor axis is equals to 2b. You will get the equation, the graph of ellipse in this way. A is more than b. Next one is x square by a square minus y square by b square is equals to 1 is the equation of hyperbola. Here also the condition you will get b square is equal to a square into e square minus 1. So this is the equation of hyperbola. Condition b square is equal to a square into e square minus 1. Same focus. Equations of directresses. Length of the lattice rectum, but here the condition is difference of the focal distances. Sp minus s dash p is equals to 2a, and a dash we are calling as transverse axis, b dash we are calling it as conjugate axis, and you will get the graph of hyperbola in this way. This is the graph of hyperbola in that case. So that is the first form of an ellipse and the first form of hyperbola, right? The next one is x square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1 is the equation of an ellipse when a less than b. So ellipse equation we can identify first form or second form based on a only. A less than b means second form of an ellipse, a greater than b means first form of an ellipse. Here the condition you will get a square is equal to b square into 1 minus e square, and you will get the coordinates of the focus as 0 comma plus or minus be, and the equations of directresses y is equal to plus or minus b by e, and the length of the lattice rectum is equals to 2a square by b. Next, sum of the focal distances sp plus s dash p is equals to, we will get 2eb, and here a dash is called the minor axis. Length of the minor axis is equals to 2a, and b dash we will call it as major axis, and the length of the major axis is equals to 2b. You will get, and the graph of an ellipse, it has more stretch along y axis. This is ellipse. Next one, x square by a square minus y square by b square is equals to minus 1. That is the equation of hyperbola. We are calling this one as a conjugate hyperbola. Ellipse, as I told, based on a value we can identify whether it is in the first form or second form. But in as hyperbola, just by observing the equation itself, we can say whether it is in first form or second form. X square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1, first form. X square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to minus 1 is the second form of an hyperbola. Now you can observe here the condition is you will get a square is equal to b square into e square minus 1 is the condition. You will get the same focus, equations of directresses, length of the lattice rectum, but we will get here the difference of the focal distances sp minus s dash p is equals to 2b, whereas a dash is called the conjugate axis, b dash is called the transverse axis, and we will get the hyperbola and y axis. So this is the hyperbola, with y axis is the transverse axis. Like this you will get hyperbola. So these are the 4 cases. Definitely you must have an idea about these 4 cases to answer the basic level questions in hyperbola and ellipse. See, the question is given like this: 16x square plus 25y square is equals to 400. Now I can write this one as x square divided by 25 plus y square divided by 16 is equals to 1. That is the equation of ellipse. X square by 25 plus y square by 16 is equals to 1. No doubt you can check a value is equals to 5 and b value is equals to 4. Clearly a is greater than b. Whenever a greater than b, it will come under the first form. Now what is the condition here? Tell me. B square is equal to a square into 1 minus e square is the condition. So that's why you will get 16 is equals to 25 into 1 minus e square. Therefore we are getting 1 minus e square is equal to 16 by 25. Therefore 1 minus 16 by 25 is equals to e square. Therefore e square value is equal to 9 by 25. Therefore eccentricity we are getting 3 by 5. E value we got 3 by 5. Suppose he is asking to find the coordinates of the focus, then we can write plus or minus AE comma 0. That is nothing but plus or minus A value is equal to 5 into E value is equal to 3 by 5 comma 0. So we got the coordinates of the focus as plus or minus 3 comma 0. Next we want to find out the equations of directresses. X is equal to plus or minus A by E. These are the equations of directresses. So we can write x is equal to plus or minus, what is A? A is equal to 5 divided by E is equal to 3 by 5. Therefore we are getting the equations of directresses as x is equal to plus or minus 25 by 3 are the equations of directresses. Suppose you want to find out the length of the lattice rectum, he is asking in the question. What is the length of the lattice rectum? In the first case, 2b square by a is the length of the lattice rectum. That is equals to 2 into, what is b square? 16 divided by a is equal to 5. That is equals to 32 by 5 is the length of the lattice rectum. Now, what about the length of the major axis? Major axis is equal to a dash. That is equals to 2a, that is equals to 10. What is the major axis? X axis is the major axis. What is the equation of major axis? The equation of major axis is y is equal to 0. So b dash is called the minor axis and the length of the minor axis is equals to 2b, that is equals to 8. But what is the equation of minor axis? Y axis is the minor axis. The equation of minor axis is x is equal to 0. So these are the different questions based on this particular ellipse. Here also we can say sum of the focal distances. If he is asking SP plus S dash P value, that is nothing but 2A, that is 2 into A value is 5. That's why 10 you will get. Suppose there is another parabola here, 9x square, not parabola, hyperbola. 9x square minus 16y square is equal to, 16x square minus 9y square is equals to minus 144. That is the equation of hyperbola. Now we can write this one as x square divided by 9 minus y square divided by 16 is equal to minus 1. Tell me, this hyperbola is in first form or second form? X square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to minus 1. It's hyperbola in the second form, right? What is the condition here? In the second form, this is the condition. We have a square is equal to b square into e square minus 1 in case of hyperbola. In case of an ellipse, you will get 1 minus e square, whereas in case of hyperbola, you will get e square minus 1. Okay. Now a square value is equal to 9, b square is equal to 16 into e square minus 1. Therefore, we are getting e square minus 1 is equal to 9 by 16. So e square is equal to 9 by 16 plus 1, that is equals to 25 by 16. Therefore the value of E is equals to, we are getting 5 by 4. Eccentricity for hyperbola is more than 1. Now we have to find out the coordinates of the focus. Come on, tell me what are the coordinates of the focus? 0, comma, plus or minus BE in the second case. 0, comma, plus or minus BE. That's why 0, comma, plus or minus, what is B? B is equals to 16, not 16, 4 into 5 by 4. So we are getting the coordinates of the focus as 0, comma, plus or minus 5. But what about the equations of directresses? Equations of directresses, y is equal to plus or minus b by e. That's why y is equal to plus or minus b is equal to 4 by e 5 by 4, that is equals to y is equal to plus or minus 16 by 5. These are the equations of directresses. But what about the length of the lattice rectum? Length of the lattice rectum in the second case, 2a square by b, that is equals to 2 into a square is equal to 9 divided by b is equals to 4. Suppose he is asking to find the equation of major axis, equation of transverse axis. What is the transverse axis here? As I told, a dash is the conjugate axis. Length of the conjugate axis is equals to 2a, that is equals to 2 into 3, 6. B dash is called the transverse axis, and the length of the transverse axis is equals to 2b, that is equals to 2 into 4, that is equals to 8. Now here this is conjugate axis. What is the equation of conjugate axis? X-axis. The equation of x-axis, y is equal to 0, and whereas here the equation of transverse axis is y-axis. Y-axis is nothing but x is equal to 0. So here we can find out the difference of the focal distances also. SP minus S dash P is equals to 2B. B is equals to 4. That is the difference of the focal distances. At the same time, whether in ellipse or hyperbola, what is the distance between two foci? Distance between two foci is equals to 2AE. And what about the distance between two directresses? Yes, Z. Distance between two directresses. One directress is A by E, the other directress is minus A by E. The distance between those two directresses is equals to 2 into A by E. But in this type of cases, because this is second case, in second case the distance between two foci is equals to 2BE, and the distance between two directresses 2B by E. So in the first case the distance between two foci is equals to 2AE, whereas in the second case the distance between two foci is 2BE. Whereas in the first case the distance between two directresses 2 into A by E, whereas in the second case the distance between two directresses 2 times B by E. So that is about distance between directresses and the distance between foci. Now the question is given like this: distance between foci 2AE is equal to 16 and the value of E is given as root 2. Then he is asking to find the equation of hyperbola. Yes, we have to find out hyperbola only. E is equal to root 2. E value is more than 1. You will get hyperbola only. But 2AE is equal to 16 given. We have to use the first condition or second condition. Distance between foci 2AE is given as 16. That's why it is the first case of hyperbola. Okay, E value is equal to root 2. Substitute here. A into E is equals to 8. E is equals to root 2. That's why we are getting A value is equals to 4 root 2. That is the value of A. But it is, we are discussing first case of hyperbola. We have to find out the equation of hyperbola. Eccentricity is more than 1. So what is the condition? In the second case, first case, what is the condition? B square is equal to A square into E square minus 1. So B square is equals to A square is equals to 32 into E square minus 1. So we got A value as 4 root 2. B value is equal to also 4 root 2. That's why the equation of hyperbola is x square by A square minus y square by B square is equals to 1. Therefore, x square by A square is equal to 32 minus y square by B square is also 32 is equals to 1. So we are getting x square minus y square is equals to 32. This is called a rectangular hyperbola where A is equals to B. A and B are equal, then the type of hyperbola is called a rectangular hyperbola. So when those conditions are given, how to find out the equation of n? So vertices given 0 comma plus or minus 7, foci given 0 comma plus or minus 28 by 3. So he is saying these are the vertices 0 comma plus or minus b, and these are the coordinates of the focus 0 comma plus or minus b by e. Now from this, what is the b value? B is equals to 7, whereas b by e is equals to 28 divided by 3. B value 7, that's why we will get the value of e is equals to, so b is equal to 7 and b by e is equals to 28 by 3. So we are getting 1 by e is equals to 4 by 3, therefore e value is equal to 3 by 4. And b is equal to 7 and e value is equal to 3 by 4. So we have to find out the equation of ellipse. So what is the equation of an ellipse? It is in the first form or second form? Yes, it is in the second form. Okay, we got b value as 7, then what is a value? A square is equal to b square into, second form, b square into 1 minus e square. So therefore a square is equal to 49 into 1 minus, this value is equals to, just wait, this one mistake we did here. Coordinates of the focus 0 comma plus or minus b, that's why b is equal to 7. Here coordinates of the focus 0 comma plus or minus b, right? So that's why we are getting be is equals to 28 divided by 3. B value is equal to 7, so we will get e value is equal to 4 by 3. So that's why we will get an ellipse, because e value is more than 1. Now what is the a value? The condition a square is equal to b square into e square minus 1. Now b square is equal to 49 into e square minus 1, 16 by 9 minus 1. So from this we are getting 49 into 7 by 9. So that is the value of a square. Check here, we got 0 comma plus or minus b, that means b is equal to 7. 0 comma plus or minus be are the coordinates of the foci, that's why be is equal to 28 by 3. So we got e value, it is 7, 7 4s 28, e is equal to 4 by 3. Now we have to find out the value of a. So a square is equal to b square into e square minus 1. So e value substitute there, we will get the value of a square. You know b value and you know a value, then we can find out the equation of hyperbola. The equation of hyperbola is x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to minus 1, because it is the second form of an hyperbola. So they have given like this, eccentricity is given as 1 by 2, so it is an ellipse. Foci is given as a plus or minus 2 comma 0. So that's why coordinates of the focus plus or minus AE comma 0. Therefore we are getting AE is equals to 2. E value is already given as 1 by 2. That's why A is equal to 4. Now it is in the first case. That's why the condition is B square is equal to A square into 1 minus E square. Therefore you will get 16 into 1 minus 1 by 4. That is equals to 16 into 3 by 4. So we will get 12 b square. Therefore the first form of an ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1. That is the equation of an ellipse. So when different conditions are given, we can find out an ellipse equation, or you can find out an hyperbola equation also. This is another question. Eccentricity is given as a 2 by 3. That means ellipse equation we have to find out. And the length of the lattice rectum is given as 5. Length of the lattice rectum is given as 5. That's why I am writing here 2 times b square by a is equals to 5 given. Now I can write this one as 2 into, because all first cases we are using is first form of an ellipse you will get. 2 into b square is equal to a square into 1 minus e square divided by a is equals to 5. A gets cancelled. So that is equals to 2 into a into, in place of 1 minus e square, 1 minus 4 by 9 is equals to 5. Therefore 2a into 5 by 9 is equals to 5. So 5 cancel. We are getting the value of a is equal to 9 by 2. Or a value 9 by 2 substitute there. Then we'll get 2 into b square divided by 9 by 2 is equals to 5. So that's why we are getting b square is equal to 45 divided by 4. So a square is equal to 81 by 4 and b square is equal to 45 by 4. The equation of an ellipse is x square by 81 by 4 plus y square by 45 by 4 is equals to 1. So like that we can discuss different types of questions under the different conditions. Okay, so try to work out the remaining questions. Bye bye.